We'll begin today sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position, maybe just crossing the ankles or maybe having one foot in front of the other instead of crossing, whatever works for you. And we'll start with the hands down on the legs. Take a deep breath in as you press down with the hands and lengthen the spine up. Notice how the shoulders want to hug up to the ears. See if you can keep the length of the spine and exhale, slowly relaxing the shoulders down, relaxing the hands, closing the eyes if that's comfortable, or just gazing down softly, letting the belly fall open, relaxed. Feel the heaviness of the arms sinking down. And relax the brow, jaw, the whole body release down into the earth. Bring your attention to your breath and start to slow the breath down, breathing deeply into the belly, into the ribs, and into the chest. Expanding as you inhale, relaxing as you exhale. Then place the hands on the shoulders, fingers forward, thumbs back. Make big circles around with the elbows, coordinating the movement with the breath. Just deciding for yourself organically where in this movement does it feel right for the inhale to come, where does the exhale feel more natural? And then reverse directions. And relax the elbows down, release the hands, drop the chin to the chest. As you inhale, feel the chest lifting to your chin. As you exhale, drop the head. Maybe you can imagine the breath drawing up from the tailbone, up the spine, into the back of your neck. And then lift the head, lift the chin all the way up. Extend the bottom jaw forward. And then open and close the mouth, keeping the lower teeth jutting forward. Open as wide as you can. And then bring your head back to center. Make big chewing motions with your mouth, exaggerating it. And let that go. Inhale and reach up. And exhale, fold forward over your bent legs. Reaching forward with the arms. And then bending the elbows, dropping the head. Long, slow, deep breaths, as deep as if you were sitting up and your belly were able to expand. But if your belly's not, because it's folded forward, let the expansion happen elsewhere and see where you feel that. Walk your hands in, roll yourself up. With an inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale the arms down. Notice the cross of your legs, which one is in front or on top. And release the legs. Shake them out. Rotate the feet around the ankles. Other way. And relax the feet. And cross the legs again with the opposite leg in front or on top. Inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Lean to the left, bend your left elbow. And then we're going to make big circles around with that right arm, letting the gaze follow the hand. Open the shoulder. Feel where the breath wants to come in, where it wants to go out. And then circle the other way. And then leave that right arm overhead. Push into the left hand to sink your right sit bone. Drop the left shoulder. Reach out of the right hand. Roll your gaze up. Deep, long, slow breaths, expanding and relaxing. And then inhale up, both arms lift. Exhale, right hand down, leaning over to the right. And then big circles with the left arm, coordinating with your breath. Eyes follow the hand. And circle the other way. And then left arm stays overhead. Exhale, drop your right elbow down. Push into your right hand, sinking into your left sit bone. And then reach long out of your left arm. Turn your gaze up. Drop into it. Breathe into it. Inhale, lift up. Both arms reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come forward. Drop the head, drop the elbows. Drop the stories. Drop the thoughts. Just feel the breath. Let your mind be filled with your breath as much as your body is filled with breath. And then walk the hands in. Roll yourself up. Reach the arms up as you inhale. Release them down as you exhale. And release the legs. Shake them out. Rub the knees if that would feel good. And then point and flex the feet. When you pull the toes in, press the heels out, press the legs down. Relax the feet. If you have socks on, you might want to take them off, or at least the right one. We'll start with the right foot. We haven't done any foot massages for a while, so you're going to take the right foot and bring it onto the left thigh as best you can. I'm going to take the thumbs and we're going to stroke upward from the heel toward the toes with pressure. You can do one thumb at a time or both together. Get the inside of the foot, the arch side, as well as the outside. Okay, and then we'll stay up at the pad of the foot below the toes. We'll go right below the toes. And we're just, so the crease that separates the toes from the foot, we're going to be just below that. And we're just going to do some acupressure, pressing in with the thumbs, pushing. If you get to a place that hurts, you want to stay there. You're not going to want to stay there, but I'm inviting you to stay there because that corresponds to some place in your body, an organ or whatnot that isn't as healthy as it should be. And you can improve that by working on the corresponding acupressure point in your foot. You can just go back and forth a couple of times. Okay. Now we're gonna rub the area above the heel and below the ankle or on the inner ankle. This is often a very tender place for people. Okay. And then with just your left hand, making a C with your hand and having your fingers be nice and firm, you're going to bring the fingers to the lower side of your foot, the thumb to the upper side, and you're going to stroke. Great. And then we'll take the foot onto the ground so that we can do the front of the foot. And we'll just use all four fingers of both hands, making some strokes. Okay. And then just do a few brushes off the whole foot with your hands, past the toes, and then we'll do the other side. So left foot on the right thigh as best you can. If you can't, then it can be on the floor. That's fine. So we'll start with the thumbs. Move from the heel in upward strokes of pressure all the way to the toes. And again, they can go simultaneously or you can do one at a time. Really get in there. We use our feet so much, and most of us, myself included, don't give them the love and care they need and deserve. Okay, so now we're going to use our thumbs and just press down across the top of the foot right below the toes. Same thing, if you feel a place that's tender, hang out there. You may notice one foot is more tender than the other, maybe not. Okay. Now we're going to rub this area below the ankle, stroking from the heel in the direction of the toes. You won't go all the way to the toes unless you want to, you can. It's really mostly just a bone there. You're welcome. See how that would feel. Okay. Then we're going to make a C with the right hand. Keep the fingers firm. And bring those fingers to the same area on the other side of the foot as you stroke and apply pressure. Okay, and then we'll bring the foot onto the ground and use both hands, stroking the top of your foot with pressure. You can go all the way to the toes. Okay, and then just some gentle strokes, just whoosh off the feet. Great. Okay. Straighten the legs, windshield wiper the feet. And then we'll come on to hands and knees. We're going to do a basic cat and cow. So we start in table pose with the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Start with a flat back. And then as you exhale, round your back, tucking your tailbone, dropping your head. Inhale, curling your tailbone up, dropping your belly, lifting your chest and your eyes. Exhale, start with your tailbone and ripple up to the top of the head. So it's not one movement, it's a wave. Then come back to flat back. Walk the hands over to the right. Go as far as you can go. And then once you're stationary. Take a deep breath and push down into your left hand really strong. And then see if you can go a little further. And then reach the right hand back for either your right heel or perhaps even your left heel. Let your head relax down. And you can keep pressing into that left hand as you breathe in, gently pulling with your right hand as you breathe out. Release the back hand. Walk the hands over to the other side. Taking them as far as you can. And then when you're as far as you can go, take a deep breath, pushing down into the right hand. And then see if you can go any further. Reach the left hand back, find your heel, the closer one or the farther one. If you don't reach your heel, grab on wherever you can. Let your head relax down. As you inhale, push down into your right hand. And then exhale, pull a little with your left hand. Release the back hand and bring your hands to the center. Walk the hands toward your knees to roll up, standing on your knees. Bring your left hand onto your belly, your right hand onto your chest. Breathing belly to chest. And release your left hand off your belly. Bring your hips forward, lean back, and see if you can rest your hand or your fingers on your left heel. If you don't reach, you can curl your toes under to make the heel higher. If you still don't reach, you can bring your hand to your hip instead. Bringing the hips forward, drop the head back, and lift the right arm up and back. Deep breath, belly to chest, just like we did a moment ago. Beautiful. Lift up, sit on your heels, left hand to the ground beside you. Right arm reaches across on the diagonal. Push into the left hand, send your right hip back, inch away from you with the right fingers. Nice deep breath, opening that right side. And walk your hands back to center. Lift your buttocks off your heels. Walk your hands in, roll yourself up. Bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Breathe belly to chest. Release the right hand off the belly. Hips come forward. Find your back heel or your hip. And drop your head back and lift the left arm up. Keep thrusting your hips forward. Breathe belly to chest. And lift up. Sit back on your heels. Fold forward and reach the left arm diagonally to the right. Press the right hand into the ground, pushing weight back into your left hip. And then maybe walking the fingers of the left arm forward even more. Breathing even deeper. Bring the hands center. Lift your body up, but keep your buttocks on your heels. Hands are on either side of you on the floor, and you're on your fingertips. And we're going to lift the knees so that we're stretching the fronts of the feet. And release the knees down. Curl the toes under. And then sit back down on your heels, bringing your hands onto your lap. Try to relax your shoulders, relax as much as you can. And bring the hands to the floor, release your toes, kick your feet into the ground. Beautiful. And the hands are under the shoulders. We're going to slide the right hand forward and the left hand all the way out, coming down onto the head of the shoulder, resting on the left side of the face. Push yourself up. Bring the left hand forward, the right hand out. Take it all the way out to the side, coming down onto the head of your right shoulder and resting on your right cheek. Press yourself up. Take that right arm. Slide it under you. Bring the left arm in. So the arms are crossed at the elbows. And then inch them out as much as you can. And bring your forehead down to or toward the floor, letting the weight of your chest come down onto your arms. And then breathe into your upper back. Release the right hand, bring it to the ground, press into it to lift yourself up, but keep the left arm where it is. Cross the right arm over your left arm, and then bring your chest down, maybe resting on your forehead if it reaches. Walking the arms out away from each other as much as you can. And release the left hand, press into it to lift yourself up, and then we'll come into puppy pose, walking both hands forward, sinking the chest, relaxing your spine down, resting either on your forehead, or if you can on your chin, or if you can on your cheek. The elbows are straight, they're off the floor. The upper back sinks down toward the chest. The breath is deep and slow. If you're on one cheek, switch to the other one. If you're on one cheek, come center. And then we'll all lift the head. Nothing else changes, just lift the head. And then bring the left arm back under, sliding it to the right. Come onto that shoulder. Let your head rest down on the ground. Slide the right hand in toward the left forearm. Take a breath in. Then when you exhale, push into that right hand to roll onto the back of your head. Cross your ankles. Deep breath in. Push into the right hand. See if you can twist a little more. And then take the right arm up. Even though the body's crunched up into this twist, still breathe deeply, fully. Right hand comes down. Lift yourself up. And then thread the needle other way. Right arm comes behind the left hand onto the shoulder, dropping onto the head. Bring the left hand to meet the right forearm. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push into the left hand, rolling to the back of your head. Cross your feet at the ankles. Inhale, squeeze the ankles, press down into the hand. Exhale, turn. Send that left arm up. Deep breath. Feel free to squeeze the ankles on those inhales. And release the left hand down. Lift yourself up, uncross your ankles. Come into a cat pose, rounding your back. And back to neutral spine. Take your hands, one hand's length forward, facing the fingers front, spreading them wide. Curl the toes under and lift the knees. Keep the knees bent and press forward with your hands, moving your ribs toward your thighs. And then bicycle the legs, bending one knee at a time as you press the opposite heel to the ground without lifting your spine away from your legs. Okay, press both heels down, press into all 10 fingers, roll the shoulders down the back, relax the head toward the floor, press the inner ankles toward the outer ankles. See if that changes how and where you feel the stretch. And then just sway your hips all the way to one side and all the way to the other side. Notice how that changes the stretch, if at all. And come back to center. Inhale and lift the right leg up. Look forward between your hands. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Keep the hands down, staying in a runner's lunge. We're going to bend the left knee halfway toward the floor. And then use that to let the hips drop as low as they can. And keeping the hips all the way sunken down, start to straighten your left leg by pushing back through the heel without letting the hips lift up. Push back through the heel, push into the front foot and lift your chest. Beautiful. Step the right foot back into your downward dog. And then inhale, lift the left leg up, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hand. Deep bend in that left knee. A little bend in the right knee, about halfway down toward the floor. Letting those hips really sink down. Keep dropping the hips, dropping the hips. Breathing deeply. Keep the hips down and start to stretch back through that right heel, straightening the right leg. And then send the left foot back into your downward dog. Then lift your heels, come onto your toes, and then bend your knees, keeping the heels over the toes, resting your ribs on your thighs. lengthening back through your spine. Maybe a little wiggle right to left, whatever might feel good. Okay, then walk the feet up to the hands. Keeping your knees bent. Chin to chest, roll yourself up. And reach the arms forward and up and back and down. And then 2 more like that. Palms face out. Big circles with the arms. And 1 more. And let the hands rest down. Close the eyes a moment. Just feel your breath. Feel your feet sinking into the ground. Lift your toes and spread them wide and lower them down. And bend your knees just a little. Take weight into your left foot. Really take time to spread the weight across the whole left foot. Inhale and open the arms out to the side. Exhale, bring the right arm under the left. Bring the backs of the hands toward each other or to each other, or wrap the hands around each other, and then lift the elbows up. Look at a spot past your arms, centering yourself. The spot is likely going to change as we move fully into the posture. Keep your eyes focused. Deep bend in that left knee. Cross the right leg over the left. Find a new gaze point if you need to. Hook the foot behind the calf if you can. And then sit down into the posture. Keep the elbows lifted. Keep the belly in and down. Steady your breath. Feel your breath. Release. Spreading the toes. Closing the eyes. Sinking down through the feet. Bend the knees. Open the arms. Inhale. Exhale, left arm under right. Backs of the hands toward each other, to each other, or hands wrap around each other. And then lift the elbows as high as you can. Sinking down into that right foot now. Gazing at a spot past your arms. Lift the left leg, cross it over your right leg. If you're able to hook the foot behind, go ahead and do that. Find your new gaze point, perhaps. And then sit down into your posture. Lift your elbows, pull your belly in and down. Focus on your breath. Release. Just stand for a moment, closing the eyes, feeling the breath. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, flat back, fold over. Release the arms down. They can come to the backs of the legs. They can hang down. You can take your opposite elbows and frame your head with your arms. Push into the feet, lift the thighs. Slow, long breath. Release hands, bend the knees, lower down onto the buttocks and onto your back with your knees bent. Lift your hips, tuck them under, release them down, release the legs, shake them out. If you have an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. If not, just close your eyes or lower your gaze. And send your arms out away from the body. Relax your legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. Feel the whole body sinking into the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the jaw. Let go of all the muscles in your mouth. Soften through your lips. Let them gently part. Inhale. Exhale out of the mouth. Let go of your mental activity. Bring your full focus and attention to the breath. And then once you've locked in on your breath, let go of your breath. Let it be soft. Let it be shallow. Let it be erratic. Let it be slow. Doesn't matter. Just let it be however it is. And rest your attention on the feel of the breath. Deeply relaxed. Let it go. Let it go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock gently from side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot, looking at the energy in the body. And then roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, really letting go, letting the earth hold and caress you, and just surrender into that support. And then slowly press yourself up to sitting. Let your head come up last. Come into any comfortable seated posture. Sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Chin to the chest. Namaste.